when somebody's a negative force in your life, they're gone. Like, it's hardcore, and it's drastically hardcore, but there's something appealing about that. You know, in a day and age where we talk about toxic personalities and so on, where we can be a little too forgiving, and it can take some of us a little too long to say, you know what, bye, you know, I'm over you. I'm cutting this person out because this person is not a force for good in my life. Scientologists do not suffer from that problem.
No. And probably the worst thing about that is, you know, that practice is called disconnection in Scientology. And when you have an individual that has a toxic personality in their life, there is absolutely nothing wrong with them distancing themselves from that toxic personality. That's I promote this book that I read when I left by a professor at Harvard called Martha Stout, called The Sociopath Next Door. A wonderful book, by the way.
Sounds good.
And she says, you know, if you are interacting with a sociopath, there's really nothing that you can do other than get away from them.
Yeah.
The problem in Scientology is that is used as a weapon. It is used as a tool. It is used as a way of keeping people from influencing someone in Scientology in any way that Scientology believes is negative. So, for example, if I was, you had a Scientologist working in the office next door to you, and that Scientologist was, you know, a very, very devout Scientologist, and you went in and started saying, well, look, you should be doing that. Do you know this? Do you know that? The Scientology organization would then insist that person cut all contact with you. They would force that disconnection to occur. They would insist that person did and acted in a way as if as if you were somehow damaging them strictly because you said, hey, you should probably look at this. You know, are you aware of what's really going on here? And in that way, they try to keep the bad news about Scientology away from their members.
That's why you're not allowed to surf the internet about Scientology.
Exactly. Yeah, Scientologists surfing the internet is like, people think, oh, well, how it works is that Scientologists are not allowed to watch TV, or they're not allowed to look at the internet or whatever. Actually, it's not quite like that. That's true for Sea Organization members, the people in the inner sanctum. Generally, Scientologists out in the world are able to go on the internet or watch TV or whatever. But the minute they see the word Scientology or Xenu or some term that is a Scientologically related term, and they believe that what may be said may be negative, they will switch it off.
Wow.
They will turn away from it. They don't want to hear it. I mean, John Travolta has been quoted quite often when he has been asked about, well, what do you say about the negative media? Did you ever watch? Why would I listen to someone who has negative things to say about something that has been positive in my life? I tune them out. And that is exactly what Scientologists do. That if they see something that has my name on it, they know everything in it is a lie.
But it's so crazy because in the John Travolta example, I get that. Like, if you expand that to, let's say, a person, you know, my husband's Doug Brunt. If somebody's like, why don't you read the negative articles about Doug Brunt, which thankfully there are none, I'd say, why would I want to see that? You know, I know Doug Brunt. I don't need to read and I certainly don't want to read anything negative about him. But it's different when you're John Travolta and you're part of a so-called church that's actually alleged to be hurting people, abusing people. It's not the same. It's not just like, I don't take in negative, press, or I don't take in things that upset me. It's like, no. You're part of it. You're one of the faces of it.
Right. You're promoting to people to get into this, and they're being abused when they get in there. So you have a responsibility to actually know what you're talking about and what's going on. But the reason why the excuse or that answer works is just exactly what you said, because people go, yeah, well, I can sort of see that. If someone wrote some negative article about my husband, I wouldn't
Or
read
my
it. Why
church,
would
for
I?
that matter. It's not like I love to read negative things about, say, the Catholic Church when we went through the pre-scandal and all that, but I did because I felt an obligation to know what the Catholic Church was doing. It's not enough to say, like, well, it's very negative. It brought me down, so I avoided it.
Yeah, well, you'd be a very bad Scientologist, Megyn.
I know this. Although, as I say, I can promote a couple of their values. I see the lure. Bond Charge is a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. Founded on science and inspired by nature, all Bond Charge products adopt ancestral ways of living in our modern-day world. From blue light glasses to red light therapy to EMF management and circadian-friendly lighting, Bond Charge products help you naturally address the issues of our modern-day way of life effortlessly. Now, their glasses come in non-prescription, prescription, and in reading options. Bond Charge also has other amazing products like low blue light bulbs, red light therapy devices, EMF 5G protection, and 100% blackout sleep masks, all backed by science. They can ship worldwide in rapid time. And most importantly, they have easy returns and exchanges. Go to bondcharge.com/MK and use that coupon code MK to save 20% off your order. That's BONCHARGE.com/MK and use coupon code MK to save 20%. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.